Vanguard Zombies just did something that could revolutionize the Zombies franchise. And no, it's not clickbait. Last week, Treyarch added a small side quest to Shinonuma and the Archon. It's a small but fun Easter egg that gives the player a satisfying reward. And this is, I believe, the future of Zombies content. One of the biggest goals in modern gaming is to consistently release content over a game's lifecycle to increase that player engagement. We see this in Call of Duty multiplayer with the season-based content, as well as within Warzone with all of its different updates to the map itself and different events. And we've seen what this could mean for the Zombies mode with Outbreak. That one mode of Zombies got more maps, more events, more enemies, more weapons, more objectives, and even more mechanics. And every time one of those things was added to Outbreak, I would bet money that more players started playing Outbreak, at least for a little bit. To contrast all of those examples, round-based zombie maps are usually just released and never touched again. This has led to the impression that some players get that once everything's discovered in a map, it's no longer worth playing, or it's just not as exciting. So it poses the question, what's the best way for round-based maps to continue to deliver content throughout the game's lifecycle? In the past, we've seen developers try to prolong the round-based experience by hiding Easter eggs behind incredibly confusing and difficult Easter eggs. Great example of that would be the Revelations main quest. Or take your pick at any one of the incredible ciphers that the community has probably spent years trying to solve. If you've been a part of the Zombies community for a long time, you've probably heard comments like, "Hey, have we found everything there is to find on this map?" Or, "Hey, I found this on this map, does this lead to anything?" Now, this sort of dynamic does lead to a prolonged sense of mystery and discovery that the zombie mode is known for. But these methods could also lead to a lot of player frustration. Whether it's because these Easter eggs that are hidden are just too tedious or annoying to figure out, see again the Revelations main quest, or just because the community would rather have honest, straight answers from the developers. But now, we have an entirely new solution to this problem that I believe could be the future of Zombies. And I am absolutely captivated by this idea. Adding in fully fledged side quests or Easter eggs to previous zombie maps. This renews player interest almost immediately, like we see with Warzone and Outbreak, and it does increase that sense of mystery and discovery that players love about Zombies. For example, I was really only planning on ever playing Vanguard again just to get Dark Aether, but as soon as I heard there was this other side quest, I immediately hopped on and tried it out. And that whole system, that one little moment, led me to think, what if Treyarch today tweeted out, "Hey, there's another secret on Firebase Z." How many of the community, how many of you beautiful people would hop on Firebase Z and try to find it? How many people, once it was discovered, would actually go back and actually play it and experience it? I know I would, 100%. And depending on how difficult it is to find, you can get players who really love a map and really know and understand everything about a map to really see if they can tell what's new and what's different, and it just increases that sense of discovery and mystery all over again. But there is a huge caveat to this. This live service model of games is great in concept, but as we've seen, very poor in execution, at least when it comes to Call of Duty. Instead of doing what players want and delivering a content-rich product at start and then adding on to that, developers seem to have this really bad habit of removing content from the launch of a product and then just adding it in back later under the guise of live service. This live service model only works if we get a content-filled product at launch. So then you take all of that content and then you just keep adding to it. And honestly, this could be a really fun way of interacting with the Zombies community. For example, for nearly the entirety of Black Ops 3, there was this whole crisis over whether or not the Apothicon Servant could be upgraded in Shadows of Evil. And good old Jason Blundell went on a live stream and said the Apothicon Servant cannot be upgraded on Shadows of Evil in his classic mysterious way. So then Revelations finally releases and we realize, oh, yep, it can be upgraded on Revelations. However, wouldn't it be amazing that once Revelations got released and you could upgrade it there, they retroactively added a side quest to upgrade it in Shadows of Evil, sort of coming full circle and incorporating that viewer fan feedback. These sort of things can make the maps feel a whole lot more dynamic and immersive and alive. Am I being too ambitious? Am I being too optimistic about this live service model? Let me know what you guys think. I think if pulled off correctly, this could be absolutely genius. And if you want to see something else that's absolutely genius, be sure to check out that video, join the Discord, subscribe, and stay beautiful.